So I had kind of a disagreement with somebody in a Facebook group yesterday that prompted this video. No matter what situation you're in, whether you're born into it or whether you're currently in it, this another person who's in the same situation is gonna think and feel differently. And you have to be okay with that. No matter how much you want to try to help them see it differently, if they're seeing it negatively, sometimes you just can't. And this happened to me yesterday, and I was actually kicked out of the group because we just couldn't come to an agreement, and they thought I was being snarky, which I probably was, because that's just me. I'm sarcastic. Whoops. So it was a spina bifida group, and that's what I was born with and why I'm in a wheelchair. So I thought I would make a video about what I've learned from what I call it Professor Wheelchair. Now I have a list on my iPad here, so if you see me look down, that's why. It's kind of long, so I wanted to make sure I got everything. Okay, the first thing that I learned is self-love. I have never been somebody who didn't love themselves or didn't think that I was good enough. I know that I deserve the best. And I know that, like I said in another video on here called It Takes a Special Guy. No, it doesn't. If you're not a decent person, I don't want anything to do with you. It boils down to decency as a person. Adversity and overcoming obstacles. Now, as you can tell by these first two, these are just life lessons that we all learn. I happen to learn them through my physical challenge. Everybody has obstacles. Everybody has choices on how they're going to look at them, how they're going to combat against them. Are they going to overcome them? Or are they going to let them beat them down? Determination. Piggybacking off of the obstacles and adversity. You have to have it in you. It's not going to come from anybody else. A lot of people in wheelchairs look to somebody else to help them, to save them. You know what? Grow some balls, even if you're a woman, and get up figuratively if you can't get up literally, and live your life. Okay? Independence. I'll never forget when I was in elementary school and I started to get annoyed with the fact that I had an aide. And I used to race my wheelchair down those school halls to get away from her at the end of the day. I was just done with having a shadow, with having somebody do something for me all the time. I will literally look at you with the most sarcastic, bitchy look if you tell me that I can't do something or if you ask me for help. I'm working on it because I know people are just trying to be nice. Guys are just trying to be gentlemen. But I have that need to prove that I can do things. And that's the independence in me that I've always been taught. Accepting and giving help. I'm still working on accepting, but I use what I've learned to help other people. It's not always well received because I guess I was brought up in a unique way where not many people take the same perspective that I do with the wheelchair. So if I'm telling somebody, maybe try it this way, do it this way, or have you done this? They might get offended and think that they can't. And I can't tell you that you can't do something. You have to, I'm sorry that you can do something. You have to believe that you can. So I can only do that for myself, and you can only do that for yourself. Perspective. So many people say, who did I kill in a past life? And this goes to not even just for people in wheelchairs, but people in general in life. If something happens, oh, who did I kill? It's up to us to decide what perspective we're going to look at life. Are you going to look at it from a perspective of being blessed and being fortunate enough to teach others what you've learned? Or are you going to whine, bitch, moan, and cry about how your life sucks and not make the best of it? You're here, you might as well make the best of it. But that's just me. Everybody is different. I know a lot of people like to think of themselves as the elephant in the room and they get insecure. You know what? Everybody's different. And I look at this in such a broad spectrum, like even race has never been an issue for me. Every single person in this world is different, and we need to get over it. Like my first book says. You need to get over it, and then other people will get over it. If you look at yourself as different, and you're insecure about it, and you don't put yourself out there in life to befriend people, to date people, to fulfill your dreams, to do work. Because everybody in a wheelchair can work. I don't want to hear any bullshit. You can do something. It's up to you. Everybody is different. You need to get over it, and then everybody else will get over it. And those that don't are not worth it. They're just not. Now, I'm sure if I thought about it a little bit longer, there's more that I've learned being in a wheelchair. But this is just a very short list that I wanted to share with everybody. And I hope that it has opened your eyes a little bit and maybe changed your perspective about life a little bit. Everybody is different, but we're not all that different. There's similarities in all of our lessons in life. It's just we learn them different ways. Sometimes we get in our own way and learn them the hard way. Be open to all the lessons and look at them as blessings. That's just my advice.